One of our goals is making sure that instruction is relevant. Our teachers are excited to make sure that learning is engaging for all of our students. Our students here at Northside Elementary School come into the door each morning with the passion for learning. When they enter our classrooms, the teachers are ready to make sure that learning for them is tied to their needs. They use the data that they receive to make sure that it's tied to students' interests. You will see that in our kindergarten classrooms, you'll see that in our third grade classrooms, you'll see that in every classroom that you go to. Our students are happy to be at Northside Elementary School.
My classroom is a very involved, movement-filled environment. If they're trying to play the pianos, if they're trying to make rhythms on drums, if they're following things with the boom whackers, if they're doing all those things in conjunction, in addition to the few lessons that we're doing, they retain a lot more. It's a creative outlet that a lot of times they don't get to really show that they're good at something. So a lot of kids might not be really great at fluency, reading, decoding, might not be as accomplished at math, but in music, that's a whole nother skill set. And a lot of times I find that when they feel confident in music, it translates to confidence in other areas. A lot of things we do rhythm-wise is directly correlates with math. I introduce fractions, whole numbers, quarter, half. When they understand that, it goes hand in hand. They go right back to the room like, oh, we already know how to do this.
So in my classroom, we are constantly moving. It's a place where I go back to the old poem, everything I learned in kindergarten. They have to learn how to communicate. They have to learn how to be part of the community. So when they come in the morning, I don't have papers on the table. They have bins that they can build, puzzles, blocks, where they can create whatever they want to do. The idea is that as I'm walking around, they're having communication, they're talking to each other, they're sharing. Amazing how much students who want to argue a lot of times, if we teach them how to work together, that this is all they have to work with, that they end up coming together and creating something wonderful together. So, as the year goes on, they're learning vocabulary every day with read aloud, sight words, and all those things that we're expected to learn that are on the report card. It comes naturally. So, as our year's winding down, I can say that 95% of my students are creating words, knowing their sounds, knowing their letters, and have grown in math, have grown in what is required at the testing through the state. So I'm excited about that.
We're reviewing for the EOGs like how to multiply fractions and divide them in like decimals, and figurative language. Well, we've reviewed main idea and parentheses and exponents, we've done that. They teach really well like what we're supposed to be learning about. So I would say that they've done a good job to prepare for the EOGs.
One thing that I believe is I believe that every student should have the education that they deserve. That starts here. It starts each day when they come into our classroom. So I hope that I've given you a snapshot of what learning looks like at Northside Elementary School.